I honestly hate how my hair air dries, honestly, because I feel like it just poofs everywhere. But I also did just step outside to get the mail before I filmed this video, and it's super hot outside and really humid, so maybe that's why. Maybe I should not have done that before I chose to film. Neselle with your ultimate fragrance destination. Thank you all so much for taking the time to tune into this video, and if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I haven't filmed with this camera in a long time, so I'm trying to test something out. I'm hoping that the audio is a little bit better because I do have a mic attached to me, and also I hope that the quality is a tad bit better. But like I said, it's been a while since I have played around with this camera, so I'm not sure how the settings are. At least from what I'm seeing on the viewfinder here, everything looks fine, but fingers crossed. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, it is going to be a much anticipated video. This is one of my highly requested videos, and before summer ends, I figured that I would go ahead and film this video for you guys. But I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of putting this off because I knew that this video was going to be a long one. At least it was going to have like quite a few fragrances in it, because as you can tell from the title, it's going to be my top fruity fragrances. So yes, we all know that there are so many fruits in the world, so I was like, I do not know how I'm going to film this. So basically what I figured I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna split this into two parts. So this is gonna be part one, and then there's going to be a part two. I think I'm gonna cover maybe 5 fragrances in this video, just so it's not like too long, and then maybe 5 fragrances in the next one. So basically I wanted to take into consideration the different types of fruits, and like I said, there are a ton of fruits. So obviously I don't have every single fragrance here to represent every single fruit that exists in the world. These here are the most like popular fruits, I guess, or at least the ones that come to my mind. But also keep in mind that a lot of these fragrances have like the two fruits mixed together, like in the same fragrance. And quite frankly, I do have a lot of fruity fragrances in my collection. So without showing you guys like every single fruit scent that I own, I tried to narrow it down as best as possible to represent like each fruit individually. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. But I am gonna get started with my scent of the day, because this to me had to be in this list. Hands down, had to be in this list, and this is Watermelon Lemonade. As you can tell by my fragrance mist here, yes, I am halfway through this bottle. I do have a backup in my collection, I believe, and I'm also almost done with this body cream, but I do have a body lotion, an extra one on hand. So this to me is literally so perfect for the summertime, and if you guys are talking about juicy fragrances, honestly, it doesn't get any more juicier than this in my opinion. It's just so good. You're essentially mixing watermelon with lemonade, and I know they came out with, what was it, watermelon lemonade spritzer or something like that this summer season. I didn't get that one because I felt like I didn't need it, considering that I still have this and a backup on hand. But the full fragrance notes in here are Jubilee watermelon, frozen lemon, pink poppies, green mandarin, and spun sugar. So this fragrance to me is very sweet, but it's more of like a natural sweetness from how fruity it is. Watermelons are just naturally sweet, so the sweetness that's in here is definitely more so coming from that watermelon, but I can totally see why people would say this has like an artificial sweetness type of scent to it. But for me personally, with my nose, I don't get that at all. I sincerely hope that I am in focus, guys. If I'm not, I'm so sorry once again. But basically, this scent is just so refreshing, and it's so juicy. Watermelon is a very juicy fragrance on its own, but mixed with the lemon, it's just adding this beautiful, bright, fun, citrus, zingy type of scent, and it's just so good. I know this scent tends to come around during the springtime, but honestly, in my opinion, this is more of a summer fragrance to me, just because of how juicy it is. Like when you think of watermelons and lemons, I mean, personally, I think of the summertime, not really the spring. But yes, so this is my scent of the day, and this is definitely on my list as being a top fruity fragrance. If I put my hair like this, does that make me look crazy? So on a similar note, Victoria's Secret did actually put out a nice watermelon scent. I believe this is watermelon mixed with mandarin, but I do highly recommend it. And a couple of you have asked me in the comments before if I had any recommendations for a Victoria's Secret watermelon scent, and I always gravitated to this one if I was in the mood for a watermelon, because this one from Victoria's Secret is really nice, and this one is in Twist of Watermelon. So yes, on the bottle it says watermelon and mandarin. So this is along the same lines as watermelon lemonade, but instead of a lemon scent, it's mixed with mandarin. Still very juicy, still very sweet and refreshing, and just perfect for the summertime. So Twist of Watermelon from Victoria's Secret is so good. So the next fruit that I'm going to talk about is grapefruit. So I will admit that grapefruit is a certain fruit that's not really seen as much in fragrances, at least in the world of Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works. They have released fragrances in the past, obviously with grapefruit in it, but it's not as popular as lemon, watermelon, coconut, pineapple, those sort of fruits. So when Bath & Body Works came out with this, I knew I immediately had to have it, and this is in Grapefruit Breeze. And the notes in here are pink grapefruit, raspberries, and a squeeze of lime. So this, to me, I haven't worn it as much. I mean, I don't know if you can tell by the bottle, but it's like I've only used this, I think, 2 or 3 times, maybe twice, ever since I purchased it last year. Or not last year, 2 years ago, because 2018. But it's so good, you guys. This to me is definitely lighter. I feel like this would be really good mixed with other scents. But if you're somebody who just loves your grapefruit scents, who loves that zesty, again, refreshing fragrance, this is it. This to me is like the ultimate grapefruit fragrance. Again, simply for the fact that the grapefruit is the main note in here. So this to me is super good. So for my grapefruit lovers out there, Grapefruit Breeze from Bath & Body Works is definitely a must-have. So the next fruit that I'm going to talk about is apple. So personally, I'm somebody who associates apple with the fall time, and I know not everybody does necessarily, because apple is just a really nice clean smelling type of fruity fragrance. So I wanted to pick out an apple scent that can be worn year round, and that when you smell it, you don't necessarily think of the fall time because it's still very juicy and it's very bright. So for me, the perfect apple scent that you can wear any time of the year is Country Apple from Bath & Body Works. Again, this to me is straight up apple. It's not mixed with like a cinnamon spice, nothing like that. Again, nothing about this fragrance alludes to being a fall scent. This to me is just so perfect for year round. But it's just so juicy, and it's such a juicy and bright Macintosh apple scent. It's not tart at all. It's just so good. It's very crisp and clean smelling. So again, if you are somebody who is looking for an apple scent that is favorable for year round, Country Apple from Bath & Body Works is perfect. So the last fragrance that I'm going to talk about with you guys today, I know this video is probably going to be on the shorter side, but this is going to cover the melon category. Honeydew melon, cantaloupe, like that type of category. And I'm sure you guys already know what fragrance I'm going to talk about, and it is Cucumber Melon from Bath & Body Works. So if you guys are Victoria's Secret lovers, Victoria's Secret put out a scent called Never Ending Summer. And the fragrance notes in that were like a bergamot water and like a coconut scent, I think. But disregard that, because that literally just smells like this from Bath & Body Works. So again, if you're somebody who loves Victoria's Secret a little bit more, I recommend Never Ending Summer from them. But Cucumber Melon, man, oh man, you cannot talk about fruity fragrances without mentioning Cucumber Melon. I love this one, you guys. This to me is definitely one of my summer staples. If you guys have been watching my videos recently, you know that I've been putting out a lot of different summertime seasonal type of fragrance lists. And this pretty much has been in almost all of them, because when I think of the summertime, regardless of the occasion, of the situation, this is just foolproof. It's so good, it's so juicy, it's very refreshing, and I just love how it gives you like a cooling effect, especially on those hot, muggy days. This is just absolutely perfect. I can't live without this. And the fact that to me, this is just so nostalgic. Like literally, it just takes me back to a time in my childhood. So I love this fragrance so much. I will never stop talking about it. It's so yummy, it's so delicious, and I just, oh, it's so good. Like, this is so drinkable. So that's gonna conclude part 1. I feel like I went through this video really quick. If you haven't already, I urge you guys to consider hitting the subscribe button down below and turn on the notification bell next to it. That way you guys don't miss out when I upload part 2. And I feel like I only covered a fraction of the fruit fragrances that I have, so you definitely won't want to miss it. I love you guys so much. Thank you all so much for taking the time to tune into this video, and let me know what your top fruit fragrances are down below in the comments. And yeah, so I will chit chat with you all in my next video. I love you guys. Peace.